Just left my stealth campsite. This is my record late departure. I left at 9 o'clock. So, but the good news is I think I'm about 33 miles right now from Springer Mountain, the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. So it's pretty cool. In about 4 miles I'll be at Neal's Gap, which I'm going to stop because it's kind of a tradition, and I think we'll get a picture of a bunch of boots hanging in a tree or shoes, because I'm kind of guessing that might be an attrition point for people who start. But had a good night of sleep last night. It was a nice campsite. Boy, I would have liked to be up top of that Root Mountain where I talked to Dave. No poles, but I didn't have any water, so I had to come down. Unfortunately, there was a water spot at the campsite. Little hike, small downhill, but it wasn't bad. And had a pipe too, so it was good. Today gonna be another one. Oops. Shit. Today's gonna stub my toe. Today's gonna be another warm one, and all goes well today. Tomorrow I'll be on Springer and maybe at the state park, but that might be the next morning. We'll see. So far I'm meeting the schedule that I laid out. Last night was the first night I slept without a top on, and just slept on top of the bag in my sleeping bag liner, and that was until about 5 o'clock, and then I kind of hopped inside the bag, unzipped for a little bit, but it was pretty warm last night. I woke up at 6:26 and I said, good, that's normal wake up time for me. And sure enough, I rolled over, and next thing I know, it was 7:20. I'm on Level Land Mountain, which is a tree-covered top. Guthook says if you look south, which is in this direction here, you were able to see the skyline of Atlanta. But obviously, it's obscured, so we're not going to see it. I just arrived at Neal's Gap, and I think this might be the outfitter right here. And there's a sign about Blood Mountain, which I'm going to climb today. I'm going to stop into this outfitter for a minute. And sure enough, I just bumped into my trail angels from Florida here just a little while ago. They're doing a short hike here today as well, so it's been awesome. This is Mountain Crossings. Here's your welcome for your hikers, like that. Doing a little video.
I hear you.
And this is the place. Backpacks everywhere.
Yeah, I'm still alive. Or so they tell me.
One of the volunteers in Neal Gap told me that this was the only covered spot on the AT. So I'll walk underneath it. There we go, totally covered. And right down here is where all the boots and shoes are hanging in the tree.
We went to the road A after week after, right?
Yeah, it was the week after.
Yeah. First session after we got to one.
Yeah, I've got the road there. I'm pretty sure it's my last time.
tree. Here's a view on the side of mountain crossings. They had some potable water over there, so that was great. I'm back on the trail. After trying to bushwhack a little bit from over there. Crazy. And of course I slid on my ass once, so I guess I gotta call that fall number 4 or number 10. Hey, one thing I failed to mention, right when I get into Neal's Gap, I bumped into my trail angels from Florida, the guy and his wife who gave me a lift into Helen the other day. So it was awesome. They're just doing a little day hike today, and then they're gonna head home. So, but it was incredible to see him once again. Just goes to show you, you bump into people out here unexpectedly, and they were super nice. Give me that lift into town. I offered, couldn't convince them to come out for lunch, but yeah, it was great to see him. Okay, one thing I failed to mention earlier is this is I think it's the one and only place on the trail where a bear canister is required. It's from Neal's Gap to Jared Gap, which is about a 5-mile stretch of trail that I'll be on right now. And virtually everybody, unless they break the rule, they just hike through it. Some of you might not know what a bear canister is. So they're these hard plastic round cylinders that are supposed to be unopenable by bears. Although there are some stories of some bear out west that got into one somehow. But they come in 2 sizes. I think a BV 301 and a BV 501. And I guess the reason people don't like them is because they weigh a couple pounds, and as you're trying to be as light as you can. But they're required in this short stretch of trail, and there's chunks of areas on the PCT that they're required as well. They're kind of nice though, because they provide a seat for you when you're in camp, and all you do is find a place to stage it away from your campsite, like maybe under a fallen over tree or something, to prevent the bears from playing soccer ball with it. Climbing Blood Mountain, came out on this big old rock here. I'll have to navigate up. I'm sure I get a good view behind me once I get up top here. There's a blaze on the rock to indicate which way the trail goes. This wouldn't be fun if it was wet. Awesome view, a little hazy, but quite nice. And I think we'll get more once I get up top. This is Blood Mountain Shelter. What do you think? You ready to move in? This is the 1,000-mile marker. I started at Harpers Ferry, which SOBO is 1167.2, and this is 2167.2 in Georgia, so that's the 1,000 miles. Here it is, 1,000 miles. Spring was 24.8 ahead, and I'm crossing that. So I'm 1,000 plus, and it is awesome. Just went by a guy and his dog, and he says there's a bear down here somewhere. I'm just going to keep the camera going. just in case I see him. Right. Okay, it looks like the trail's gonna loop around over there, so I'll go around there and see what I can find. This would be pretty cool because I just hit 1,000 miles without a bear sighting. Maybe I'll get one today. Makes me think of how many bears I probably walked by, oblivious. Here's a great view from this point they call the ledges here. This parking lot down there is Woody Gap. This is where I just came from. That's the Blood Mountain Wilderness portion of the Chattahoochee National Forest. And we'll go down here and take a look at Woody Gap. I think I'm probably going to camp somewhere down here. There's supposed to be some spots. This is my campsite for the night. I'm in this area. I'm right above Woody Gap. As you can see, there's plenty of room in here for a number of tents. I inadvertently chased away some campers that were here. They had the backpacks down. It was a family, you know, like a car camping type thing. And so I moved out of their way and picked another spot over there. And the lady got pissed at me and she said, "Thanks for taking our spot." And I said, you know, I said sorry. And then her husband came over afterwards. And he kind of said, you know, she's upset. We got a couple of girls, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, it's not like I was going to walk around this place naked or anything. But anyway, so here I am by myself. Behind me a little lower, there's another spot. There's a guy down there hammocking. And that's it. So 20.1 is spring of tomorrow. So I'm going to give it a shot, see if I can do a 20.1 day to get on top of spring, or at least close to it. And then I can get on top of Springer. I'm also going to go down the approach trail to see the waterfall, and I want to go see the state park where everybody starts. So that's the plan for tomorrow, and maybe the next day. So Monday and Tuesday, I'll, barring any unforeseen circumstances, should be close to wrapping up the bottom half of the trail. But it was nice hitting 1,000 today. That was an achievement for me. And yeah, looking forward to it. So that's about it. It's 20:33. Get another 20 or 30 minutes of light, and that'll be it. So far, so good.